Good morning, Mr. Bilahari Kausikan, Chairman of MEI, Dr. Nader Kabbani, Director of Research at Brookings Doha Center, panelists, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending today's conference entitled The Statecraft of Small States, Foreign Policy and Survival Strategies. I'm sure today's discussion will be full of insight and discussion from our various experts. We will open with some introductory remarks by Mr. Bilahari Kausikan. Mr. Kausikan, please.
Good morning and welcome to all of you, especially those who have come from afar. I hope you have a very good discussion. I won't be able to stay with you beyond the panel, but I'm sure Fadat and my colleagues will take very good care of you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Fana Haddad. I am a senior research fellow here at the Middle East Institute, and it's my pleasure to welcome you at the MEI today and to start the proceedings of this event today on the statecraft of small states. I'm particularly happy to be welcoming our colleagues, friends, our partners, and co-organizers from Brookings Doha Center in Qatar. And before I hand over to the Director of Research, Nader Kabbani from Doha, perhaps Ranj, my co-organizer, would like to say a couple of words.
Well, thanks very much, Fana. And just to echo his words, I too am very grateful for the partnership with NUS, with MEI. The topic is something I'm very passionate about, but one that I feel requires much more attention. Certainly in the academic field, literature, but also I would say in the policy arena. And speaking as somebody who works for a policy-focused institute, I'm very much looking forward to not only the rigorous analysis that will certainly come out from the day's proceedings, but also hopefully some policy-focused contributions. And I think we've got a strong mix of experts, practitioners, academics, but of course members of the audience who are perfectly positioned to contribute to this topic. And I'm really looking forward to and hoping for an interactive, dynamic interaction. I'll say no more, and without further ado, would like to introduce Dr. Nader Kabbani.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Bilahari and Fanar and the Middle East Institute for such a warm welcome, and it's a pleasure to be here on this beautiful campus. I haven't visited campus before. I've been to Singapore before, but it really is the kind of place where you feel like you want to sit back and really think about deep issues like the ones we're discussing today, and kind of enjoy the atmosphere. When Ranj kind of proposed this topic to us a few months ago, I was immediately drawn to it. About 2 years ago, Qatar experienced problems with its neighbors and a blockade, and it's gone through a bit of a transformative process during the past 2 years. The main issue really was that Qatar was pursuing an independent foreign policy, essentially, and making friends and convening meetings, and it wasn't really following the dictates or the wider strategy that was being dictated or pursued by its larger neighbors. And so the issue of small states has really been something in our mind. The Brookings Doha Center is based in Doha. We covered the wider Middle East, everything from Morocco through Egypt, through the Levant and Turkey and Iran. But we are based in Doha, and so we're, as individuals, as well as an institution, we're very keen and interested in the specific issues that the country is going through, and we feel it, and we're part of that. So I'm very happy to see that this has evolved. I mean, I'm not an expert in this. I'm mostly here to learn and to listen and to gain insights from the experts who will be joining us on the 3 panels over today. And I'm looking forward to really understanding some of these issues of sovereignty, of investment and development priorities. Being in Singapore is especially key. Singapore is so often used as an example of a small state that has achieved amazing human capital development and economic development over the past few decades. And everyone is very keen to understand what it was that it got right. What are the governance structures that made it work? And and so tomorrow I'm here as well. So after the day, and a lot of my meetings actually are with people who've been working on public sector administration and governance issues in Singapore, so that I can have a conversation with them and figure out, okay, what were they doing and how did they do it? So I'm looking forward to really getting a better idea of some of these issues that small states are going through, and hopefully taking some of that experience and learning back with me to Doha. And I'm really looking forward to this conversation today. Thank you so much for working with us on this, or actually taking the lead on this. I think we were just tagging along mostly and playing a minor supportive role. So thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Thank you.